I came on a few minutes early. Just want to make sure I got it all set up here. Alright guys, so this is going to be my Tuesday night midnight mix. I think this is number 11. My yarn fell. Ugh. Midnight's wanting to help, so he's laying in my lap. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself before people start to come in. My name is Alishia with Young 40 Mom Crafts. This is my midnight mix where I come on random times, anywhere from 11 to 1 a.m. on any given weeknight usually. And I would appreciate it if you would give this a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. That would be great. I'm trying to grow my algorithms. I am working with a silicone hook that I made that I sell. This one is got little paws and it is comfortable in the hand. I am working with a 4.5 millimeter hook right now, and I am working with ice yarns. Oops. Oh, he's gonna see he wants to help. You gonna help me? You wanna play with this end? You wanna play with this end? I'm going to be working on a new project. This is called Jean Blue. It's an ice yarns. It is a 4-weight, and like I said, I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook, which is a G, and I am creating a new pattern. I already have, this is the one I started that I am working off of. And here is the yarn. It's sale yarn. It's nothing particular. But this is going to be the front panel of my sweater. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to, boy, this really picks up all the kitty hairs. Yay. So right now what I'm doing is I'm starting a new one, and I am I'm doing my ribbing first, because this is going to be, I'm working from the bottom up. So I'm going to put this over here. And then later on this evening, I am going to be doing some hiding of tails. All right, Midnight, you gonna play with it? Are you gonna let that stay there, or are you gonna play with it? Are you gonna let me work on it? Can I have it? No, no, no. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. You're not gonna let me work, are you? Are you gonna let me work? If you're watching this on the replay, please do me a favor and leave a comment and let me know that you watched the replay. I would appreciate it. All right. I see a head or two popping in here, and that's good. All right. So right now what I'm doing is I did a chain of 8. Turned my work and worked 7 single crochet stitches all the way across. I am not doing a chain 1 at the end so that my ends can be tight. I am just turning it, and I'm working in the back loop only for 7 stitches across. I'm going to put this a little bit closer so I can see it, because if you guys know, I am legally blind, or rather, I'm on blind disability, rather. So the only way I can see this is if I get up close and magnify it and wear specs, which is why you are being turned this way, because I have to have my phone 2 inches away from my face in order to read the comments, and also to see my work. So like I said, I'm working in the back loop only. And I'm going to do this, the other one that I just showed the sample of, I did 68 rows on that. So just make it as, you want to measure yourself from your one side of your body to the other, or you can take a tape measure and measure all the way around your stomach area, and you want to cut that in half. So that's how many inches you want. And mine just happened to turn out to be 68 rows for the inch that I want, and it's going to be an extra large. And that's working with the 4.5 millimeter hook. I gotta get this back close up here again. All right, where are you at? All right, there it is. And hopefully it'll stay focused so that I can see what I'm doing. As long as I don't have the TV in my view and I have it just here, I can pick it up. But of course I'm doing almost everything by feel. I have to do it by feel when I have it up like this close and it's magnified, I can see it okay. Hi guys. Welcome to my Midnight Makes Live. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer any questions that may arise. It's supposed to be rain sounds in the background, but that is not what I'm hearing. Some kind of water sounds. It's weird. Oh, all right, there we go. Yeah. And like I said, when I'm turning, I'm not doing a chain one stitch. I'm turning and I'm working 7 stitches in the back loop only with a 4.5 millimeter hook, which is a G. Shoot, it keeps going out of focus. That is not good. Come back. Come on. Come back to me. There we go. Oh, you are not making this easy for me. Maybe if I turn it, I'm going to turn my camera down. Maybe that'll... Yeah, that helped. But yeah, this is my, I like this hook. I like the little paw. It's really cute. I have all kinds of new critters now that I haven't put any of these in my shop yet. But I've sold quite a few. And no two are alike. Well, I say no two are alike. My bees I have got 2 bees that are the same, but and I try to change up the hook size. I have to do extra drilling on the beads if I do a 5.5 or a 6.0, I have to do extra drilling. Oh yay, commercial. It said no commercials. Isn't that great? Yeah, now I'm getting commercials. I hope YouTube doesn't kick me off because it has the commercials in the background. Sorry. And I can't turn it off because I have things in the way. Here, I'll show you. I have things in the way of my TV that prevents me from turning it off with my remote from here. I suppose I should have had that set up, but I thought, oh, I'll have some ambient sounds in the background while I talk to you guys, and that'll be entertaining. But no, it wants to be a little pain in my butt and do commercials. I know what I can do. Da, 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 da. Because I have it on here. I can wait for it to come up and skip. We can skip it. Come here, you. Pop up. It's not going to give me the skip. Why are you not giving me the skip? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it was supposed to be sleep music, but it was supposed to have rain sounds in the background. Maybe this is the rainy one. We'll try that one. Nope. That is the rainy one. Dang it. See, that's not what it was supposed to be. It doesn't sound like rainy ones. Anyway. Ah. But that's what I've got playing in the background for my tablet. So yeah, so I thought I'd create a new pattern. I know I don't need to. I need to finish other things that I've started. I'm gonna hide the tails in Matson's sweater that I made. And I haven't done that yet, so we'll probably do that tonight too. And it gets fiddly since I'm not doing a chain one, but it makes it more smooth. I like the look of it with the little nub on the end. But it makes it more tight, or it makes it look tighter. Come here, you. So it gets fiddly. So it's not as important because you're going to work when you start to do, like I said, I'm working from the bottom up. So this is the trim, or rather the, what do you call that? I can't even think. Not the trim. The ribbing. It's the bottom ribbing of the sweater. And then I'm going to work in between each one of these spaces where you have like the bump where it's working in the back loop only. I'm going to work in between these spaces, and I'll show you. I'll show you the other piece that I showed a while ago. So this is what I'm going to do. What I'm going to get to eventually. So let's see. I like how that looks on the bottom. But I'm going to work 2 single crochets in between each one of these spaces. And then I'm going to do the moss stitch, where you do a single crochet, chain one, single crochet, chain one, and continue to the end. Then you turn, and then you work in between the chain one space with the single crochet, chain one, and that's how you get your moss stitch. It looks really pretty. I showed this to Matson, and she said it looked really pretty. She liked the way this coloring turned out. Boy, the camera is picking up every single one of these dang cat and doggy hairs. That's what my roller brush is for. But anyway, so yeah, that's how. Oh my gosh, really? Oh my word. I don't normally see that because of my vision, but boy, the camera is definitely picking it up. That sucks. But anyway. So yeah, so this is where the chain one space is, and then you work. So it's the moss stitch. It's one of my favorite go-tos. That and the V-stitch, those two both. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I'm working on with this new yarn with you guys. I thought I would do it from the start, so that if you wanted to work with me while we chat, grab you a skein of yarn with a 4.5 millimeter hook. Like I said, this is the yarn that I'm working with it's an ice yarn. This one is, and it's so soft. It's going to make a great sweater. A great top anyway. So on this one, I did 68 stitches in order to get the inches that I wanted. So that is a project I'm going to work probably off camera. But while I am on camera, I am starting out from scratch. And this is a 4, but it's in between a 3 and a 4. It's not a bulky 4. But it's also really nice. I like the texture of it. But it's called Jean Blue. And I can't tell you the name of it because it's one of the ice yarns that I got. It's called Sail Winter. So when they do that, they take their label and they cover up their label with Sail Winter, so you can't even tell. I mean, it doesn't take crap. There we go. Come on now, focus. I can't tell if it's 100% acrylic. It feels like an acrylic. It feels like a premium acrylic. It's really nice. So yeah, so like I said, you chain 8, turn, single crochet, 7 stitches because you skipped that first chain. 7 stitches, and oops, that feels like it's got a little glue piece on it. It's rough. And if you join me during my live later, I will tell you how to get started if you want to work with me while I'm doing this, while we chat. Well, come on, focus. What is it focusing on? Is it focusing on the cat? Yes, it sure is. Dang it. Maybe I need to move the cat. Now I have to count because I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And usually in my head, I'm counting my stitches as I'm going across because I want to make sure I'm getting all 7 of my stitches in. Oh, come on. Yeah, that end piece is fiddly. So it's not, you don't have to go in the back loop only on the end when you come back through, because if you're not able to, you can just go ahead and pick up the front one. It's not going to matter because we're going to work over that anyway. Hello, welcome in. I'm glad you joined me this evening. I have my ice water beside me. And if Summer pops in here, she's going to end up telling me that I need to drink my water. She can tell. You can tell in my voice when my voice starts to get kind of scraggly that I need to drink my water. Kind of gets dry. Anyway, there we go. So do you guys have plans for Halloween? I haven't really celebrated Halloween in a while. I've never really decorated for Halloween. I might pull out a little trinket here or there and put it out in my home, but I usually don't. I've never really celebrated Halloween except when I was a kid, or when I was single and I would do bar hopping, which I need to drink my water. I say bar hopping. It wasn't really bar hopping. I would go to local bars to sing karaoke. I was a karaokeer. And if I could drive at night, I still would be. But since the child has gone off to college, I cannot go back to doing the things that I did before I had her. Because that's what everybody says. Go back to doing what you did before she was born. I can't go back to do what I did before she was born because I ran karaoke at a local bar, a pub, and I can't see at night to drive anymore. I can barely see during the day to do something like this. Therefore, I can't go back to doing what I was doing before she was born. But I will say this. I created my YouTube channel, I want to say 11 or 12 years ago. And, oh, come here, you. So I decided I would just throw myself more into this. And I am trying to get my nerve up to see if I can do a day market. The one year that I did do markets, I really enjoyed myself. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing it. I mean, the sales were a perk to me because I got to meet some great people. I got to see some different artists, and you know, if you have somebody that will watch your booth for you too, you can go and walk around and look at everybody else and what they have to offer and taste the great foods that are usually there. There's one that they put on that I got to do. It was a free market for any of vendors. I think they had like 100 and I want to say like 115 or maybe more than that vendors. But that's counting also all the food trucks and everything that they had out, all the food vendors they had out. Hi, Denise. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Oh, where are you at? There you are. But I'm doing good. I am starting a new pattern and thought I would do it while I was on my live in case anybody wanted to join me. I say starting a new pattern. It's a new pattern that I came up with, and so far I've enjoyed working with it. And I think it's going to be really pretty. So I don't know how to write up a pattern. I'm going to attempt it. But in the meantime, I'm going to just do it on camera. But if I make mistakes or if I have to frog something, I'm not going to put that on camera. I'm just going to show on camera the things that I have worked out so far. And I don't know why there's glue or something that's holding this together. It's stuck. Maybe why I got it on sale. Ice yarns will do that sometimes when they've got their if you go to look at their what's on clearance. Oh, yep, that's great. That's just great. Can't get it off. Well, I might be able to. It's like glue or something, probably from where they had the label on it, because I took the label off, but I think. But I was trying to pull this. Yep, and that's what it is. That's what's sticking. It's holding it in. Oh, really? Dang it. Oh, Midnight, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going? Hey. Did you get your hooks, Denise? Did you like them? I'm working with a paw, a 4.5 millimeter hook. Have you had a chance to work with yours yet? Oh, awesome. That's great. I got some new ones in, and I'm working with trying to do the 5.5 and the 6.0, which is the I and the J. They are harder to work with, but I'm giving it a try. I got one of the 6.0s done. And I finally got some new beads in, so I did get 2 or 3 different types of turtles. I got some panda bears. Let's see, I got pandas. Oh, ducks and pigs, and what else did I get? I got koalas and sloths, and I got some more. I got some doggies. I got some cute little doggies in. I'm going to probably do a video of the new ones that I've made, and I will show the focal beads of what I can make. That way, sizes can be picked with the focal bead in mind instead of me pre-making them. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Get back in focus. That, I can't, if it doesn't focus, there we go. If it doesn't focus, I can't work on this. I can't see. I thought so. I think it's going to be, I think that would work out a lot better. But I am going to do a video of what I have done. And then, like I said, at the end of the video, I will show the focal beads that I have available. But, oh, there we go. Come on, you. There we go. So I'm just trying my best to see. It's hard for me to see through the lens of the camera. I plan on doing it within the next couple of days. Oh, and I've got raccoons. Yeah, I forgot I had raccoons too, because a friend of mine wanted me to make her one of the pins with the raccoon, the ink pens. I have Donald Duck. I forgot. That's one of the ones that I have. I have Donald Duck. I won't be able to sell that in my Etsy shop because I think that would be considered part of the copyright. I know I made some stitch markers with the some Harbro candy charms, and they dinged me. And I had Harbro and Oreo. I think that's what it's called, Harbro. They make the gummy bears. But anyway, they were these cute little, I made stitch markers out of them. And because somebody dinged me, I put it back up without the name in there. And because they saw it, it flagged it. And copyright, ding, they took it straight down. I could not sell it. So I have to do it this way. I think I miscalculated. All right, help me here. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I missed one somewhere. Oh, there it is.
I haven't been to the grocery store in months because this delivery service offers hundreds of high-quality, non-GMO groceries and recipes that help me feel my best daily.
I still count when I'm going across to make sure that I don't miss a stitch, because that is so disheartening when you get like so far down and then you realize, and you do a recount on your stitches and you realize, wait a minute, it doesn't look right, it narrowed or it got bigger, and then you have to frog everything and go back to where you originally started. It just sucks. So yeah, so the end is a little fiddly since I'm not doing a chain one stitch.
Check out Hungry today and ditch the grocery store for good.
Come here. So if it doesn't focus, I can't see it. There we go. Can you hear that ambiance music in the background, Denise? I thought Summer was, oh, okay, good. I thought Summer was going to pop in here tonight. She's my my water monitor. All right, that's working up. That's working up nicely. So like I said, I made 68 stitches, and how I count it, I don't count 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. I count by the ridges. So I know that on this side this first ridge or this first bump is 2. So I'll go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Makes it easier for me to count it that way. So I know I've got a little ways to go with this. Now with this one, I'm not going to do it in just the blue color. And the only reason why I know it's blue is because I read it on the package. Otherwise, the way that my eyes see it, I see it as a shade of green. So I have to trust the package when it tells me it's Jean Blue. So that's the only, well, no, that's not the only issue I have with my vision, but that's one of them. I do not see colors as distinctive as I used to, so that kind of sucks. So that's why when I want to go back to cross stitching again, well, shoot. As a matter of fact, I was going to show that tonight. I was going to show the projects that I'm going to attempt to pick back up again since I lost my vision. And I am hindered with the one eye that I do have vision in. Luckily with DMC has numbers and coordinating color labels. So when it tells you it's a certain color, that kind of helps, and it corresponds with the number. Whereas not all yarns do that. And, you know, with yarns, we tend to, the labels pop off and they tend to slide off once your skein gets low, or we lose it, or, and then like with Hobie yarns, let me pull that out a little bit. So yeah, that's looking good. So with Hobie yarns, like, and ice yarns, I've got my stitch marker. Let me put it on here. I don't want to lose my count. There we go. So I'm going to set this aside. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that looks like a shade of green to me because I can't see colors very well, which really sucks. And I'm assuming the stitch marker I put on there, oh, is it pink? It is. Is that pink? Or is that yellow? I think that's orange, and I think that's pink, so that must be yellow. Is that yellow? I think it's yellow. I can't tell. And then sometimes on my stitch markers, I will put one of these little letter beads. As a matter of fact, I need to do that with this. So well, actually, because I'm using this, I know this is a 4.5, so I know this is a G, so I'm not gonna, normally I would take one of these letters and I would put it on my stitch marker to let me know what size needle I used. That's just a handy dandy tip to grab some of these. You can get them at the Dollar Tree really cheap, and then just take out all the letters. Take out all the letters that you use when you crochet, and you attach it to your stitch marker, so that way you never forget what size needle. And then I made this fob. I think you can get those too. If not, I know that Michael's and Hobby Lobby, you can get I know Michael's carries the number beads. And I would say if you were going to do like a 4.5, you would put a 4.5. But I know this is a 4.5, which is a G. And I have a chart. I wish I could put a picture on here. I wonder if you can. Let me see. Nope. I have a chart that tells me what number corresponds with what letter. But I sell these in my shop. It's funny, I had a 5.0. I had a 5-star rating in my Etsy shop until a lady purchased she purchased one of these from me, and because she cross stitches, and see how fine that is? She cross stitches and she couldn't get this in her needle. So she left me I want to say a 2 or 3-star review, but in her comment, she praised me like she had nothing but nice things to say about me in my shop. But because she couldn't put this through her needle, she gave me a bad star. I don't know. Maybe it was a 1-star. I know it brought me down to a 3.5, which was very disheartening. I mean, like I said, she had nothing but nice things to say about me and my shop, but the product is the reason why the star, which really, it hurts you. People don't understand when you give, and I know this from working for the company for 10 years, I worked for various companies that sell on eBay and also on Amazon. So when you give a star rating or a bad review, if it is the shop that you're reviewing, then that's fine. But if you're reviewing the product itself, but you like the shop, it hurts the shop when you give a bad review. And that's why people who have shops will, if you give a bad review, they will do everything in their power to try to get you to change it. They'll try to give you free perks. They'll try to give you a discount because it hurts their ratings. And that was actually part of my job for the last company that I worked for. I was there for 4.5 years. I was going to use this. That's why I brought it over here. I'm going to use this on this end so I can hide some tails. And then I'm going to later, here shortly, I'm going to pull out my cross stitches that I'm going to try and pick up and see if I can work them again. I had mentioned in one of my videos that I was going to try and see. I haven't picked it up in over 2 years since I lost my eyesight. Actually, I think it's been longer than that, because when my right eye lost complete vision, that was almost 4 years ago, and that's when I stopped. And I didn't know if I could do it with just the one eye. And then when the one eye started going bad, thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's when everything started. Yeah, that's when I got really disheartened. That's when I couldn't even crochet. But then I had the surgery on the one eye, and so I was able to pick up crochet again and just threw myself into it. And so I'm trying to work and see which stitches I can do by feeling them or having them right in my face. Oh, you guys have to see this. So, when I do my lives and I'm crocheting, I'm usually doing them in my bed. So I have to show you guys what I got going on here. All right, so here we got midnight. It's not going to, is it focused? Hang on, let me put my specs back on. Yeah. So I have midnight here. Yeah, he's all curled up. He doesn't normally let me rub his stomach. Are you going to attack me? No? Oh, you're going to sneeze? There you go. All right, so I have Midnight beside me here. He's usually laying in my lap, but he knows I'm working. He used to be solid black, but since he's been getting older, he's been getting gray, or it's a little white patch. All right, and then I got Ellie, which is Matson's cat, curled up right there, and then Boo Boo Kitty curled up there, and Copper's not in here, and Ramsey's in his bed. But anyway, all right, so here is her sweater. And when I first started working, I think it was this one I started working with. See, now when I put this next to here, I can tell it looks like a blue-green to me. But I know there's shades of green in this too, though. But I think that's the brown. Is that the brown? Oh, shoot, I don't know. She used to be here to tell me what colors I was working with, but now I don't know. All right, so let me show you this real quick. I'm going to show you. This is now, the way the camera's picking it up, it's washing it out. It's actually prettier than what it's showing. It comes with 4 skeins, and I figured I could make a nice top with 4 skeins. So here is the number, and it says sale plain. Yes, sale plain. So that was what I found. It was called, I looked in the clearance aisle or clearance part of Ice Yarns, and it said sale plain, and then you could pick your colors from there, and this is called Jeans Blue. But that's the number if you guys are interested. But it doesn't, because the sticker right here, because they put that sticker right there, it doesn't tell you what needle. It's over the specs. I know it's a 100-gram ball. That's all I know. Yeah, it doesn't have anything else. I just know it's a 100-gram ball. Oh, that does say blue. Normally it doesn't tell you what color it is. Oh, it says blue on the label. Interesting. So it's a 100-gram ball. So it's hang on, let me see. 285 meters. 100% acrylic. Now here's the thing. 100% acrylic. What? What is that word there? Oh, it just says Jeans Blue. Okay. So this isn't always correct. I have bought, I think I want to say mohair, and I've bought in cotton, and they all said 100% acrylic, and that's not what they were. So you can't really go by this. I will go by the color though, because it does look like a blue jean blue when it's in my other light. But anyway, so yeah, so this is what I'm working with. So what I do is I usually keep the bag, and I'll take my project and I'm going to put it back in the bag so it all stays together. And the needle's going in there as well. And it has a self-adhesive that I think, yeah, it's come kind of loose. I don't know if it's going to stay. So we're going to set that aside. Where? On the floor. Yeah. And get a drink of water. You guys can look at my Pretty Wall of Yarn projects that I need to work on. I want to say those are unfinished projects, if I'm not mistaken. I think they might be body parts. I know that one's body parts. I think those are body parts too. I say body parts, it's different amigurumis that I've made that I need to piece together. But those are some more projects. See this? Project. I need to finish some of those projects. And I can't. Is it focused? I don't see it's focused. Focus. Come on now. Focus. There we go. I need to finish those. I need to work on those some more. And I bought this, or maybe I had somebody gift it to me. The stand that you put your yarn on, a spindle, but I think it needs to be more bottom heavy or have some kind of rubber adhesive or something on the bottom of it, because your yarn goes on there, and because the yarn is top heavy, the bottom needs to be heavier than your yarn, and it's not. It's very lightweight. So when you pull, just a slight little pull, if your spindle doesn't spindle or spin rather, it topples over, and so it's a pain in the butt. So I don't hardly ever use it. All right. What did I do? Where did it go? No. This is why I'm supposed to. Dang it. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. And let's get a needle. Oh. A handy dandy pincushion I made. I'm going to use this one. This is my, this is for my amigurumis. Look how long that sucker is. Ooh. And then these are my amigurumis. Hello, how are you? This one is pretty sharp. I do like this one. This actually, I think I'm going to use that one. I forgot I had that one in there. Let's see, that's the other end. This one is my crooked one, and I love that one. That again is for amigurumis, like when you're putting together your arms, your limbs, or your ears, any of your what I call my body parts. I'm going to put it in the body parts. I got to be careful so that it doesn't poke out the other end and stab me. Because like I said, that sucker is long, so I have to be careful with it. And then my little ones, I don't stick them out like this because I don't use my little ones as often. I put on the side. I will shove them on the side, and then I'll keep a stitch marker or two on here, not very often. In fact, what I've done is I've taken these and I've created little tassels with stitch markers. That I think I don't have any of these in my shop, I don't think. I have some other different ones on different kinds. Oh, I'm feeling that. The problem with me doing it with the smaller needles is, like, I feel that one. They get lost. Yep, that one almost got lost in there. They get lost inside if I do them any other way. That's why I don't do them like this, because I tend to lose them. So I'll do them like this on the side. All right. Hiding tails. Do you guys want to talk while I had the tails, or would you like for me to get my cross stitch projects that I have not worked on that I'm going to attempt to work on? Because I have them in a bag underneath that sweater. What's the size of your pincushion? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I just decided one day I had some scrap yarn. It was a carrying cake, and I thought I would I just stitched it up. Let's see. So I've got 6, 12, 12, and then a 6, 12, 18, 24. You want me to show the cross stitch? Okay. 24, 32. So I did 30 up to 32 stitches, and then I worked in the back loop only so that it would be able to sit flat. And then let's see, I did 1, 2, I got to get real close so I can see. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I did 30 rows. So I did 30 rows, and then I did 6 rows of 30, and then I decreased till I got to the top. And I just stuffed it really, really good. So I don't know. I guess it's maybe 3 inches, 2.5 inches in diameter. Yeah, I just did an amigurumi ball and stuffed it really, really good. I need to put, the next one I make, if I make another one, I need to put like some dried beans or plastic pellets in the bottom to kind of give it a little bit of weight. My cats like to get a hold of it, so I have to hide it up there so they don't play with it. Okay, so we're going to look at, I'm going to show you guys the cross stitches that I started, that I am going to, thank you, that I'm going to attempt. I'm going to attempt to see if I can see it well enough. All right. I'm clothed, I promise. Oh, okay. Let's go on an adventure. I don't know why I didn't. That's another stack of cross stitch books. Actually, Yeah, it's cross-stitch books and cross-stitch patterns that I started creating. This is another bag full of stuff that I'm going to be working on. I suppose, hang on, I was going to get the remote. Let's see if I can. Sweaters. That was kind of loud. All right. All right, so under my Winnie the Pooh sweater, we have our projects. Now, this is just a few. Those of you who cross stitch, you know, most of us, not all, but most, will have more than 1, 2, or 5 projects going at the same time. We always have a lot. So this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to, these are my bigger projects, when it comes to starting cross stitch. Okay. I am not going to unwrap the Noah sub until later. It's the biggest one. So this is my Noah sub. And I've got them on what's called Q snaps, if you're familiar with cross stitch. And this is 11 count. So I'm thinking I might still be able to work with this one. So let me set that aside because I've got it all folded over and that one's pretty big. I only have 3 projects in here. And then the other 2 projects I have in here. And see, and this one's on black. So again, I think that might be harder for me to work with unless I have like a light shining behind it. I don't know yet. Okay, so here is, I think this is the other one. Yeah, that's got, I don't have anything else. Any other projects, I think, in here. I think that's all my. And then for my bobbins, for each projects, I would put all my bobbins on. I love these things. I've got a whole bunch of them. I love them. So like if I'm doing a project with a whole bunch of colors, I will put them on these. All right. So I will show you this one first. And what I'll do is, well, hello, Dee. How are you? I am showing my cross-stitch projects, just a few of them. I've got 3 here that I had to stop working on because of my vision issues. And I have not picked them up in at least 4 years. So I may attempt to do it. I don't know, since I only have vision in part of one eye. I'm doing good. Trying to stay active. My daughter came in for a 4-day weekend, and the last time she left, I pretty much stayed in bed for almost 2 days. It hit me pretty hard, but this time I did okay. It's getting easier, and we had a really, really nice visit. So she made me feel like, thank you, I appreciate that. She made me feel like, by just the comments that she made, that she misses home, but she's happy in college, and she knows that she can come home anytime and feel welcome. She asked me if I was trying to fatten her up because every time I turned around, I was making, one of her favorite meals or something like that. But okay, so this is what I used to do. No random rhyme or reason. This is one of the patterns that I created. That is something that I used to do as well. I used to create patterns from photographs. And I could pick the symbols and to correspond with what colors I wanted them to go by. I don't know if you guys can see that, but But now, because of my vision issues, like I can tell that's an 8 if I put it right here, like in my face. And I can tell that's a Z. But I was nearsighted. And when my nearsighted went away, it just made it really hard. Anyway, so I haven't created any patterns since all this happened either, but I used to keep like colored pencils sharpened beside me, and with each symbol I would color it in as I did it. So all these color marks that you see are stitches that I've already done. And I went to Dollar Tree and just got some of these cheapy little hair clips to hold my pattern in place. I'm going to set it aside. And I was not smart. See how that's bended? I was not smart, and I did not take it out of the snaps like I should have and rolled it up. Ugh. And because of that, it is going to be a bear to try to get that out. But because it's on a Q snap, it's going to be easier than it would if I had it in, say, a wooden or a plastic frame. So what you saw was this. So that's why I had this off to the side. So everything you see here, this is what I stitched in here. I don't know if I've got the pattern. I've got to figure out where I've got the pattern. Can it be ironed? Well, here's the thing. It's not forgiving when it's been in my Q-snap for over 4 years. The longer it sits, the fabric picks up the memory of the creases and it gets harder to get it out. So I'm hoping that if I can finish it, because it's a portrait of my daughter when she was a baby. If I can finish it, and it's on 14 count. So I might be able, if I can get, I have some, the paper. Oh, can the paper be ironed out? Oh yeah, I have this, so I can always print out a new copy of the paper. Because this is a pattern, like I said, that I created, so I have a copy of it on my computer. But yeah, so I created a border with the photograph before I put it on here, but with it being, I don't know, now that I'm seeing it up close, it being, I might be able to. It's just going to take me so much longer than it used to when it comes to stitching. So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I wanted to work on, I have a Serenity prayer that I created. And like I said, that's pretty popular in my shop. I've sold a lot of those. And I've done 3 of them, I think, in different colors. But the one that I'm working on now, I'm going to see if I can pick it back up. It's on 14 count. My favorite to work with is 18 count. So let me see if I can, I don't think I've got, oh, maybe I do. Let's see. I may have the actual picture so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like when I'm done. Let's see. Yeah, that's fabrics. All right, let's see. This one, is this? Yes, I think this is it. So when I create a pattern, or when I used to create patterns, I don't know if I still can or not. I haven't tried. You would get, this is how you got it. Oh no, this is a different one. Never mind. I did this in black and white. This is another one that I'm going to show you guys. That's there's one of the sheets that I'm doing. That's a portrait of, for my friend Brandy. It's a portrait of her girls. Let's see. No, I don't have it finished. Oh, there we go. There's my initials, and the year that I created it was 2011. Wow. I suppose I need to get it finished, but the pages are numbered. You do get symbols and then how many strands to use, what DMC number, the actual name of the color, and if there's any back stitching that separates out. And then up at the top, it'll have my name, and then I think they say Young 40 Mom Crafts, but how many pages it is. It's Brandy's Girls. 2010 was when I made it. When I created the pattern was in 2010. I was gung-ho. I did all kinds of patterns back then. But if you wanted to, and all my patterns would come with, in fact, if you order any of the patterns that I have in my Etsy shop, they do print out in PDF. This is how they will print out. But it will tell you the breakdown, like if you use 14 count or if you use an 18 count or a 22 count. It gives you the breakdown of the size of with the pattern or the size of fabric that you need to use in order to do it. And then it gives you a breakdown of how many stitches you'll be doing too. So yeah, but, oh, sorry. And then, white Ada, but I think on hers, I'm doing it with a black background. And then, like I said, each page is numbered, corresponding pages. But the patterns that I do have in my shop, if you were to order them, that's how you would get it. And I've done more on that one. In fact, there's part of a face. On hers, I've done more, worked on it more than I did my daughter's. So I'll show you. Let's see if I can stick this back in here. If I don't do this now and put this away, I will be overwhelmed with everything in my lap. So just bear with me a second. Put that back in there. Oops, it's curled. We don't need any more curling going on than I've already got. There we go. Okay. So it's just a sheet protector that I've got that in. Come on, wiggle me here. And this is, this is one of the magnifying sheets that I did try using at one time. And I didn't really need it because I could see so well, but I think I may try using that again. So since I showed you that one, I don't know where my daughter's pattern went. I just have the one sheet. I've got it somewhere, I'm sure. So then I'll show you before I show you Noah's sub. This is what I've gotten done on hers. I'm using, like I said, the black 8 account. So you can see this is one of her daughter's faces, and this is her other daughter. And I did it with different shades of gray colors. So once, I think this is the beginning of her eye. But this is an eye that's completed. This is another eye, and then I was working on that, and then their hair. But this is one sheet that I got finished. And this is another sheet I started, and this is another sheet I started. I think this one is maybe 12 pages. But yeah. So because it's... and black picks up everything. I'm going to have to really wash this one good if I can work on it. But I think I think I can probably, since I'm working with light colors, if I put a light box behind it, I think I should be, oh, good Lord, all the little hairs. I have a lint roller. That was, anyway, it will pick it up. Now, see, if I didn't have this camera on here right now, I would not see that. I've got my OT light behind me, and that's why it's so bright there, too. Ooh, see how the light behind it? Let me cover this. Let me turn down the OT light. Oh, put it over there. Yeah, if I had, like, a light box behind it, like, I think I think I would be able to see where the holes are. I think I may be able to do it. I haven't tried yet. That's my plan. So, but yeah. Yeah, black is really hard to work on anyway, just like working with black yarn. Stitching on a black surface is really time consuming. I think that's the top of her head. I don't think that's her eye. Surely not. That doesn't look like an eye. That's got to be the top of her head. She's a redhead because I think that may be her shoulder. I don't remember. And again, Q-snaps. I got these at the Dollar Tree. I think you get a pack of like 7 or maybe 6 or 8. They're in the, what section did I find these in? This not electronics. The car stuff over in the automotive section. You can get a pack of these for, it was $1 then, but it's perfect for holding my patterns off to the side whenever I was stitching these. So I haven't tried it yet. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if I can cross stitch again. I'm like I said, I'm gonna do I found my Serenity prayer, and so I'm going to attempt to do that one again. And now I will show you Noah's sub. I definitely think I can work on Noah's sub. Let me put the Matson one away. My daughter. I know I can work on that one because it's on 11 count. Those are on 14 count. And I have this in a thing. So, okay, this is Noah's sub. I originally started this because my daughter's bedroom theme when she was born was aquatics. And I had all kinds of fish and seriously, don't, Midnight, get off that. It's standing on everything. Okay. So in her bedroom, I had all aquatic stuff. So I had like Finding Nemo and Little Mermaid were the main 2 things that I had up in her room. I did cross stitches of Finding Nemo, and then I stitched some Finding Nemo fabric that I found as a border around it, and then framed them. I did Dory and I did Nemo, and then I colored pictures in from not a coloring book, but one of those big, gigantic coloring books that you can get. I found I did the shading with colored pencils, and it looked really pretty. And I cut them out, and I laminated them, and I had them stuck all over her wall. And yeah, it was really pretty. And then a friend of mine used to dive, and so she sent me some pictures of the dives that she did of different corals and fish. So we had those framed and put in there. Over the years, I loved going to aquariums, and I picked up different stuffed little tiny sharks and baby seals and otters and things like that. And so I had those hanging in her bedroom too. But this is one I started this. So I got that at Hobby Lobby. It was $13.49 just for the pattern. I got this. I want to say she was born in 2007, so it was while I was pregnant. And I still haven't finished it. She's 18. She's 18 and I haven't finished it. And I should have finished it a long time ago, but it has a lot, like these are all half stitches, and it's got a lot of, it's not focusing in. There we go. It's got oh, dang it. Stop it. Focus. I don't know what it can be focusing on if it's not focusing on. There we go. It's got a lot of detail. It's got a lot of back stitching and half stitches and quarter stitches, and I mean, but it's really cute. It's really, really cute. So this is what it looks like when it's done up completely. And that was my plan. So because I'm doing it on 11 count, and it's by Stony Creek, by the way, if you guys are ever interested. Yeah, really cute. Noah sub. Now I made a pattern similar to this one, not as deep detailed. I cannot remember the name of it, which really sucks. It's in my Etsy shop. I had somebody pattern test it for me, and she stopped doing YouTube and never got back to me. So I think it got overwhelming for her. Her name was Angie. And because of that, her and Coffee Stitcher came out around the same time. They got to be buddies, and he was the one that actually told everybody that she decided that she wasn't going to do YouTube anymore. And I never heard back from her again. But anyway, I gave her a copy of the pattern to test it for me, and she never got back with me. So, but anyway, 14.99, but yeah, book number 331. So I will show you what I have done on it. And like I said, it's 11 counts. So when you see this, see how big the holes are? So it's like, I mean, let me put my hand next to it. See what I mean? See how big the holes are? So that's 11 count. I have a bolt. It's not a full boat, but a bolt. But I've got several yards of the 11 count. And I know I can work on that. The problem with the 11 count is it's huge. Let me see if I can unhook that. Huge. This thing is going to be huge. So I think I only have like 3 pages left to do. So like, yeah, so like there's the I still have to do all the back stitching on it. I have to do all the back stitching on the fish and the stingray, and of course the octopus. He's got on a mask, by the way. That's what the back stitching for. But the back stitching on these projects is what pulls everything together and makes it look amazing. But it's so big. I can't stress enough. See, can you see how huge this thing is? Maybe I've got more than 3 pages left to do, but down here, I've got to, that's another page I got to finish, but I've got to do, I wish I had learned my lesson. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I wish I had back then done what I do now, and I backstitch as I go now. Let me see if I can get up here at the top. I backstitch as I go now because, see, there's some of the backstitching that I did, and I didn't do that. I didn't anchor that down well enough for the kite. But, and these are the half stitches I was talking about. I wish I had backstitched as I went. Instead of going back, because this project is so huge, I wish I had backstitch as I went instead of doing it. That's all backstitch. That's all half stitches. Yeah, like I still have to backstitch all the birds, and there's the beginning of the tiger. No backstitching. So yeah, if you cross stitch, and you're ever going to do a huge project like this, backstitch as you go instead of saving it at the end. I backstitch as I go. I learned my lesson after this one. I finished that window. There's another window that I finished that's covered up there, and then there's the whale. But yeah, I gotta go back and do all the back stitching, which really sucks. So because I like to mark my sheets as I go, let me pull this back over. Because I like to mark my my sheets as I go instead of ruining the book so that I can pass it along, because I will pass this along. I'll do it in a giveaway, or sell it in my shop, but more than likely I'll do it in a giveaway if somebody really, really wants to have the pattern when I'm done with it. Let's see if I can get this up close. So yeah, see, oh, I like the octopus, like I said, see what the back stitching does. It makes a huge difference. Let's see if it'll come on focus. And the jellyfish, and then the dolphin, and are those dolphins? Yeah, those are dolphins. Yeah. So I may go back if I can and go ahead and do the back stitching before I go any further, because it just pulls it all together. So what I do is, so because I like to color it, I made copies. So I made copies so that I can mark it. Yeah, see, like there's my markings, ones that I marked on it. And then the actual book. So, but yeah, so that's what I did. Because it makes a huge difference when you do the back stitching. I think those are all rabbits. That's like a whole rabbit family. I think those are all rabbits. Wait, is that? Oh yeah, that's. I cut it in pieces because I got frustrated with it. But yeah, I won't ever do that again. I backstitch as I go. As I finish a page, I backstitch. So there's the llamas. But yeah, so that's my Noah sub. I've got a lot more to do on that one. I thought I did more than what I thought I did. I thought I did more than what I had already done, but I did not. So I've kept it in here so that it wouldn't get any dust or less fur on it, since I have so many fur babies. And so it would be protected, and because if you don't protect your work over time, your fabric will oxidize and change colors. So I try to keep it all together. Let's see if I got everything in here. Yes. Try to keep it all together in this fabric tote. And it's been good to me. It has done what it needs to do. It's kept oh my goodness. I wish I'd taken it out of the Q-snaps though, because that's going to be a pain in the butt to try to get those wrinkles out. Oh, my outlight moved. Oh my goodness. All right, so I need to start hiding these tails. I was planning on hiding the tails so that as I was hiding the tails we could chat, but there's nobody that's really very talkative tonight. And I think I'm going to call it an early night anyway, because I've been a little tired. This is Tuesday. Yeah, she left Sunday, so I'm just like, meh. I've got the meh. But this is the sweater that I've showed you guys. I've showed you guys before me finishing it. I just have to hide the tails. I want to do it soon, because if I don't, then she's not going to have it for the winter season. And I want her, now that it's starting to get chilly, because it was 45 degrees yesterday morning when I looked outside, and then we finally had this little rainstorm that came through, and I don't think I can hide the tails. I love those. I wear mine all the time, and I got on a craze with the hexagon sweaters. I got on a craze and I started making, I think I've got 20 of them made up now, and I started giving them away. But the first one I kept for myself, the very first one I kept for myself because I really liked it. And then I sold 2, and I've given 4. I want to say I've given 4 others away now. And then I had to quit. And the reason why I started doing the hexagons, those are the best ones. The oversized ones are the best ones because you can snuggle in them. I don't know. I like the oversized ones better. And I've noticed that there's a couple of people that I watched the little video clips where they do the shorts and they're wearing theirs and they're kind of spin around in them. They're oversized too. They're so much better because, especially if you use like a Super Saver or a carrot cake, they feel it's like wearing a blanket. They're so nice. Mine, I used 2 carrot cakes to make mine, and it was, what did I use? It was the sparkle, whatever the lava cakes. No, this is the lava cakes. It was the clouds. It's one they don't make anymore. Oh, I can't remember which one I used, but this one it's 4 granny squares. And it fits, I don't say a medium large. It fits a medium large. And it's kind of oversized on her, but I did, for the front panel, I did 18 rounds. The back panel, I did 18 rounds. The sleeves, I did 16 rounds. And to make it seamless, I did granny stitch back and forth to piece it together. I did 6 across on this side and 6 on the other side, and then I did the granny stitch with, I don't think I did not do a chain 1 in between to round off the collar a little bit. And then for the sleeves, she didn't want me to taper the sleeves, and normally I would. I just, to cinch it together, I did 2 rounds on this. No, I did 3 rounds. I did 3 rounds on the sleeve. No hairs. Look at that. No, 2 rounds on the sleeve. Sorry, 2 rounds on the sleeve with no chain 1 in between. And it kind of narrowed it in a little bit. But she didn't want to go. And then the bottom, and normally I would put ribbing on it and everything, but she didn't want it. The bottom, I did 3 or 4. I did 4. No, I did 3 extra rounds on the bottom just to complete it all, so it would all be formed together, so you really couldn't tell where my seams were. And again, for the side seams and for the sleeves, I did the granny stitch back and forth. I can tell you what I did. I made it up as I put it together, but I don't, and I get ideas from various people watching various videos and then say, ooh, I want to do this. And that's how I did it. So it's seamless. Yeah. So it's seamless all the way down. Except for where I have to hide the tails. And then I just stitched it around to kind of piece it all together. And I'm making another one now, making it a little bit bigger, but yeah, lots of tails. Psh, lots of tails, but that was the Karen clouds. But I had her try it on for me. She said, Mom, I love it. I would wear this. I said, you would? She's never said that. She always likes my work, but she's never said, I would wear that. So I said, would you really? Yeah. I said, do you want it? She goes, sure. Okay. So I have, that was a couple months ago. I have to hide the tails. I have not hide the tails yet. So she can take it back to college with her. So I have to do that. I just can't do it on camera because my vision. I know I keep saying that. You guys know I don't need to keep telling you about that. Oh, the cats have shifted. Ellie's gotten closer. That's her cat. Drives me nuts. But this is the new pattern I'm working on. I guess I need to write this one up. Or I need to do a tutorial on that one. Because it's really simple, but it's nice. And it's the way it forms is really good. And this one, I'm creating it as I go. I am writing it down. I have 2 of these that I'm working on at the same time to make sure that I get it right. So what I did was I stitched all this and I had written it down. So from my written down pattern, I did the back piece to make sure that I could do it from my notes. I know, I do. I love it. When she was little, she loved wearing stuff that I would make. Now, I wish I had attempted amigurumi when she was little because I would have gone nuts and she would have had all kinds of stuffed animals, but I didn't get into doing amigurumi until I want to say maybe when she was about 10 or 11. So she liked some of the amigurumis that I made. She liked my fingerless gloves and she loved my hats. And I made her ponchos and things like that. But yeah, she didn't get to enjoy the stuffed animals. Now she did like a couple of the keychains that I made, but she got tired of those over the years. But she's so picky when it comes to her clothes. I was going to put this away. She's so picky when it comes to her clothes that, yeah, it tickled me to death when she told me she would wear it. I was like, oh, yay. Score. It was like, now I wish I'd written it down, but it's easy. I remember exactly how I did it. In fact, I'm in the process of piecing together a second one that's a little bit bigger. And I'm using different colors on it, but I'm trying to use up my stash because, I've got the wall beside me. I've got the wall here. I've got the wall in my closet, and then I've got all those totes in the craft room full of yarn. So, but you want a specific type of yarn to make specific types of projects. So I started doing amigurumi before everybody got into the chenille and the plush type yarns and the blanket yarns and things like that. It was recommended that you use cotton. Use cotton yarns to do the amigurumis. So that's what I started out doing, was working with the cotton. And I was never comfortable working with a bulkier, oh my goodness, she's rearranging again. I was never comfortable working with a bulkier yarn because I was afraid that the stuffing was going to come through or show through. So I had to get comfortable with that and started making the turtles, and I make Pop-Tarts and things like that. So when I got comfortable with that, it got a lot easier. I can't see. Hang on. I was going to put this, right there. Where's my other one? Sorry. I'm dropping things. What the? All right. So here's the thing with this sweater. Here's the other piece. This is the piece of a yarn that I started. I just stick my needles in here. So this one's a little bit further along. But this is the colorways that it's going to stitch out to be. So one's going to be the front, one's going to be the back. I think I'm going to attempt this again, only instead of having it in 2 pieces, I'm going to do it in a continuous round. I'm going to play around with it and see. But like I said, as I'm doing it, that's a weird color swatch. As I'm doing it, I'm writing it down so that you guys, if you're interested in doing it as well, you'll be able to. In simple layman's terms. Oh, I guess I need to I need a stitch marker in that too. I don't know where I stuck there you are. Because I know me. I will pull that out and I will get frustrated. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to call it a night and I will see you guys soon. But I will, Diana, if you're still in here, I will get that together. And I will put that video together and have it up in the next couple days to show you what I have available for the crochet hooks that I will have available. Oh, where did that other one go? I think I put it away. Oh, there it is. And if you're just now coming in, I will show you real quick. This is, oops, where'd it go? The one I was working with. This is the hook that I'm working with. It's a 4.5 millimeter hook. So, but yeah, I've got a lot of focal beads, some new focal beads that I've got to drill holes in and for the hooks, and they're silicone and they're really soft. So, but yeah, I'll let you know what sizes I have available, and I'll show you what focal beads I've got available. But let's set this aside. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a blessed night, and I will see you soon. Just be looking for me. It can be pop-up random anytime from anywhere from 11 to 1 a.m. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.